This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Thursday to talk about Bitcoin, crypto, the banks, and everything going on that you need to know because so many things happened yesterday, and going into today, I have some crucial information. And yes, I might get a little heated because there's some heaty topics, some warm, spicy topics here. So we're going to break them all down. Midwest said every day is a blessed day, still learning this crypto world, and I'm here to help you, right? Pop Monkey 420, we're here to help. We're here to be here for you. And if you have any questions, please make sure you ask them in the chat. I highly suggest you go over to YouTube, though, so I'm guaranteed to see it. Also, if you guys are ready for the zest, you're ready for the education, make sure you guys smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and share the stream out with friends because it's crucial information, like I said before, and YouTube does not share the stream out. So that's why we have to do it as a beautiful community, which I know that there's so many beautiful people here that do. Jay, thank you for the rose. Hello, how are you doing? What's the YouTube channel? It's in my bio, youtube.com/missteencrypto. Head over there. All right. Make sure you guys also check out our lovely sponsors as you're saying good morning to me. Cake Wallet, who is amazing. Love Cake Wallet. Shout out to eToro as well. Get $10 on them when you sign up. Link is in the live chat as well as the description. Also, make sure you check out that link for Market Cipher. Code missteencrypto or code zesty for 20% off.
You're welcome.
Oh, a fake rose. What am I to do? What am I to do? Just want a real one? Just want a real one? Is that all I can do about it? So, guys, I want to say good morning to you. I'm looking in the chat. Who's here? Who's not? Hello, Alex. Dang, I've been following you since I saw you on Bitcoin Reviews when you got into the AMC boom. That is beautiful, Alex. Hello. Welcome to the show. It's nice to see you. Midwest just subscribed on YouTube. Beautiful. And maybe, can I have maybe sound check? Baby, it's a sound check. I'm gonna check this sweet mic. Why don't you check yours too?
You're welcome.
Good morning, beautiful romantic
the
face.
499s. Hello. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Mike Bulmer, Mr. Yee, as always. Oval, it's nice to see you. Emma talking about the comedy show we want to go to. I'm very excited. I do want to go, and I'll figure it out. But I really want to go. Who else is in here? This chat is popping off. Shout out to Andy Lee. Been seeing Andy in a lot of chats lately. Shout out to Andy Lee. Oh, yeah, we were going to talk about the comedian. All set, good morning. My girl, Alexandra G. We love Alexandra G! We have Lazarus in the chat as well. Nice to see you. Doge Bull, shout out to Doge Bull. And John Germain, because he has his lemon tree that he does share pictures of daily and the beautiful lemons that he picks. Alex said, fine, I'll get back into crypto. What are my thoughts on the whole AMC GameStop stock? I don't really have any thoughts other than they rigged the system, and I'm not here for a rigged system, so that's why I'm in crypto. Why is Bitcoin down lately? Because she needed to take a dip. She needed a little bit of a break. But it's all typical, and we saw, like, certain levels that we were looking to hit in the chart. So when I get into the charts, I'll break it down, but, like, we don't know why Bitcoin dips. We don't know why Bitcoin does whatever it wants. And I think when people learn that, the better off they'll be. S-Dog, nice to see you. Memory Man, D1 Moon Token, hello. Crypto Farmer, good morning. John Foster, shout out to you and Emma. I'm not sure if she's at school yet, but shout out to you guys. Memory is awesome. Shout out to Mark. He said, shoot, I missed the sound check. I'll do another one soon. Shout out to BTC on X. Who else is in the chat? I know I missed so many people. Walt Diz, great space with Doug yesterday. Yes, shout out to Doug. Love Doug. Awesome space. Thank you, Walt, for tuning in and hanging with us. XRP 811Y. See, I got you, bro. 811Y. It's nice to see you. Sid, nice to see you too. Nismo, Rose and Ruins, good morning. You're on YouTube today. I see you. Shout out to Steven, Misko, Martin. Say, hi, Randy. I wish you have an amazing day today. You too, my friend. Thank you for the rain of love just there. I felt that love. Destroyer 1911, what's up, dude? Geronimo, nice to see you. Carl Coates, Crimson. Get the wifey, get the girlfriend. Tell them I'm sending them love. Daddy-O, always good to see Daddy-O. Cryptophasia, nice to see you. All right, Joe Harvey, all you beautiful people. Hello, Rob C. Hello, everybody. Okay, I feel like I got majority. I feel like I did some good coverage. Oh, Sid said in the chat, my 5-month-year-old, oh my God, 5 months, said the granddaughter lights up when she hears your voice in the morning. I can't. Oh no, that's gonna get me emotional. Thank you so much for saying that. There's so many little kids that watch this show. They're like literally like a few years old. We have Emma Foster, that's a 10-year-old mod that comes in the chat when she's not in school, of course, because I prioritize the schooling. But oh my gosh, I cannot. And shout out to Roland that has little babies listening too. Oh, my hearts, I can't. More love. Ah! I love the babies. I love the youth. Thank you. Mark Dutch in the chat. John Crypto Enthusiast, hey, you got any news on Doge 1? So Doge 1, I don't have any updated news on. Everything is pretty much remaining the same. I haven't heard of any launch date. I think it's supposed to be at the end of February, like February 24th or something like that, but I haven't heard any updates as to if they're moving it and what the latest is. I'm pretty sure it's the same. But if there are any updates, I'm going to report that on the show. I also will talk about Doge a little bit later as well. Shout out to Dan R in the chat. I don't know if I said hello to you. Yeah, I know we were talking earlier in the Chump chat. Shout out to Chump Change too. All right, let's get into the show because we have so many beautiful people watching. And I know you're smashing these likes. I know you're sharing the stream. I know you're subscribing to the channel because we're only like 180 something, I think, subscribers away from 15K. And I'm telling you guys, I want to hit 15K subscribers. So call your mom, call your papa, call your cousin, call your girlfriend, call your ex-girlfriend. Tell them to subscribe to this channel. Shout out to Giovanni on X. Always good to see you, my friend. All right. Let's get after it, guys. We're going to smash these likes, 150 likes, 150 viewers. And this is where I might get spicy a little early in the show because, oh, man, my heart just hurts when I talk about the banks. And this is why we're in crypto. And sometimes I talk about the bank news because it's very important to talk about what's going on with the banks. We understand that there were at least 5 bank failures in 2023. And people think that the global financial crisis is over. All of a sudden, all these banks started to collapse all within a few months. But it's all good. It's all good. Like, well, people have short memories is really what it comes down to. Now, if you keep up with the bank news and you've been paying attention on this show for at least over a year now that we've been talking about all of this, I'm going to connect some dots with you, okay? First, here's the new news from this morning. Talking about regional banks having another ugly quarter. Now, this is from the Wall Street Journal, but the first line of this article already puts me on a spicy level because they're like, oh yeah, regional banks, an ugly quarter, but the first line says the 2023 bank crisis is over.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fake Rose for Mark_Dutch.
No, not allowed. Not allowed.
Bruh.
Just kidding. So their headline is the regional banks had another ugly quarter, but their first line is saying that 2023 bank crisis is over. Tell me how that makes sense. Diving into this article, after that dumb first line, like I cannot even believe that was written and like how does this coordinate? It really doesn't. So they're saying profits dropped sharply at regional banks in the fourth quarter, including at the bigger ones who generally fared better than their smaller peers. Net income was down roughly 90% at KeyCorp, around 70% at Citizens Financial, and more than 40% at PNC's Financial Service Group. And Truist Financial swung a loss as well. Pay attention to Truist. Pay attention to KeyCorp. We're going to get back to them. They're saying the Federal Reserve has to position to end its aggressive campaign to curb inflation, which we know is never ending. They're saying we're in a very uncertain economic period here, said KeyCorp Chief Executive Chris Gorman. It requires that we run many scenarios as we just figure out the full range of possibilities. He said the biggest question, this is from Huntington Bankshares Chief Financial Officer, one of the biggest question marks on the mind of bank executives right now is talking about the Fed rate cuts and the many deposits that declined for the year. They're saying banks, large and small, had to shell out more interest to yield hungry depositors. They're saying it's harder for regional and community banks to absorb those costs than for mega banks whose scale and diversity help them navigate good and bad times. JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo are the four largest banks with Citigroup collectively earning more than $100 billion last year. That was an 11% increase. They say, I think below us, people struggle with that conversation of corporate clients because they're seeing that there is no trust in the regulatory environment to ensure that their deposits at a small bank are safe. They're saying regional banks have sought to shrink themselves, and regional banks hold large concentrations of commercial real estate, and there were so many concerns after the pandemic. And they have the audacity to write in this article, this Anton Schulz guy wrote or said, the lack of consistent bad news is good news. There was also another quote. You'd expect banks' results to not be very good, given what happened last year. We like to buy weakness and sell strength. So let me break this down a little bit. Regional banks are struggling, and they've always been struggling. We know that there were many banks that failed, that were insolvent last year, over-leveraged, that were politically aligned. If you take a look, thank you for subscribing. If you take a look at SVB, there were Israeli banks that cashed out $1 billion before anybody else did. Executives cashed out millions of dollars within a few months of the collapse. This hit the entire global financial system, where there were conversations with Janet Yellen. What happens to the smaller banks? Are they going to be covered? Janet Yellen said, unless there's a unanimous decision, a presidential signature, then you will not get FDIC insurance if your bank fails, because it might not cause economic uncertainty within the United States. That is astronomically insane. To tell you that there is no guarantee your money or your insurance means absolutely anything. We also know that these banks do not have your best interest, since they're all collaborating with one another, let's say. They're all merging. And you think about the merging, right? We had First Republic that failed. JP Morgan acquired it. They weren't supposed to, and the biggest bank got bigger. And what we're seeing is the collapse of all these smaller banks, so that we're stuck with the top four that they mentioned in this article, which includes JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup, all of which have major issues with illicit financing, opening bank accounts and credit card accounts without your consent, straight up not giving money to people. These are what these four banks are already doing to you as they're gaining more power over the financial system. Let's go back and read from last year, November 30th. The Bank of California put out a press release confirming that they now merged with PacWest with a $400 million equity raise. When did we first hear about this merge? We first heard about it in July of 2023, and probably even before that, we were reporting on it on the show. Here's the article we were looking at back in July. PacWest agreed to combine with the smaller rival bank, Bank of California, in an all-stock deal that would end the independence of the regional lender that came under intense scrutiny following the downfall of Silicon Valley Bank. We also see that private equity groups are helping arrange a $400 million deal, which they confirmed a month or two ago. And they're saying that both banks have and serve so many wealthier customers in California. And PacWest is far bigger as a lender, and it was the 49th largest bank, and Bank of California was 135. It really does not make sense, like I said. So thank you, Mark, for the membership ring. So PacWest already wanted to acquire Bank of California. These banks were already merging. Then you go over to Key West, and you're like, okay, what was Key West doing? Oh, not Key West, sorry. Key Bank. Now, Key Bank and Capital One, if you look back to May 25th of last year, we saw that the New York City Banking Commission was actually coming after depository banks and are limiting deposits at Capital One and Key Bank because these banks were struggling to do their job. We see here, quote, banks seeking to do business in New York City must demonstrate that they will be responsible managers of public funds and responsible actors in the community. Unfortunately, despite several opportunities to do so, 5 banks failed to comply with NYC Banking Commission's designation process, leaving us to conclude that they are not taking meaningful action to combat discrimination in their operations and are not responsible stewards of public dollars. I'm grateful to the Mayor, Finance Commissioner Niblack, and all these treasurers and all these other people for working with us to strengthen oversight over the banks that profit from public funds. Capital One, they said, held $7.2 million in city deposits, and Key Bank that had $10 million in city deposits at the end of April of 2023 across 3 accounts, and they outright refused to submit their required policies. Key Bank, Key One, PacWest, Bank of California, all of these banks, they are struggling, and they are going to continue to struggle. The banks are insolvent. The banks are way over leveraged. And we are seeing that we have this double standard in crypto where they want everyone to disclose this, disclose that, proof of reserves on the exchanges, which, yeah, let's have them disclose. But if people like Liz Warren and Gary Gensler are saying the same things that should apply to crypto should apply to TradFi and vice versa, then why aren't there proof of reserves on the banks? Why aren't we able to see our branch that we visit on the daily and see how much money they really have? That will never happen. And that's why they do not want crypto, because it brings transparency and eyes to the financial system, because all of these people are horrible, bad actors that do not care about you. If you look at Truist Bank, which we mentioned before, they experience a huge hack, which they will not describe as a hack. They were exploited, in which a bunch of people's information was given away. Yet they really didn't tell anybody. They just said, hey, watch out for your account. Make sure there's no suspicious activity going on here. When someone could have your social security number, your license information, your biometric data. Yeah, that doesn't matter. It doesn't get reported on the mainstream news, but gosh forbid, there's a little bit of a hack that happens in crypto where there's something that goes wrong, it hits every single headline. So understand that the global financial crisis isn't over. These banks are still struggling, and I don't care what the Wall Street Journal says, where their headline literally says regional banks had an ugly quarter, but the 2023 bank crisis is over. It's not over. Nothing was fixed. Money is continuing to get printed because our national debt just hit a new all-time high yesterday. Money's getting printed. Banks do not tell you what they're doing behind closed doors. Banks are trying to attack the everyday person. And there's a lot of people that are having money taken from their accounts and not having it returned because they're just a number. And the banks and the bankers don't care because they get to sit in their private jets and they all get to tell you what to do and how to live your life while you're sitting there struggling and relying on them. Stop relying on these people. Be your own bank. Take control of your money. That's what Bitcoin is about. I don't care about what everybody's saying. Oh, yeah, this is about making money. Actually, making money? How are you going to make money if the banks are closed? How are you going to make money and transfer money if they decide to shut down the whole interbanking system like what happened in February of 2021? They will not do a single thing for you. But Bitcoin, you know, will always be yours. Be your own bank. Opt into a system where there's a finite supply of 21 million Bitcoin, 84 million Litecoin, and you're able to have schedule around every 4 years for Bitcoin, ever at 210,000 beautiful freaking blocks. Where's the balance sheet ledger system for Bitcoin? What are you talking about, Seamus? Abdul, you still buy and sell for dollars. Who said that? Who said that? Also, people exchange for currencies all the time. So if you're that's like being like upset that somebody's exchanging their dollars for euros when they go to the airport. It's the same thing. You're not really buying Bitcoin. You're exchanging one currency for another. And I think that's what people really have to realize what's going on here. And people also don't realize that other currencies fluctuate in value. We look at the Dixie. We look at all these other charts for these fiat currencies. So they all fluctuate in value. It's just that Bitcoin is the one that has the highest value because it's actually worth something and there's a reason for its creation. Unlike the fiat currency that we're dealing with right now, where even Congressman Sherman said, hey, we could print all the money we could because we're the government. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? I'll actually pull up that clip to remind everybody how silly of a system we have, because it's absolutely gross that people don't even point this out. Remember this? Congressman Brad Sherman admitted that the government prints money out of thin air, and this was back in May.
Crypto bros make money literally by making money, and they've made over $1 trillion out of thin air. They'll accuse the U.S. government of making money out of thin air. Maybe we do, but we're the U.S. government.
So there you go. That's my end of my little rant about the banks. Now let's talk about CBDCs, because we have some new news on the digital pound. And this also coincides with the World Economic Forum. It coincides with the Bank for International Settlements and all these people that think they can control your lives. Well, pretty much the Bank for International Settlements is in control of 95% of the world's economy. So thank you, Pop Monkey, for the coin. The digital pound consultation is dropping today. And yesterday, there were a few articles that were put out about it, because what they want to do here is they're saying that the government there is proceeding with caution. And he holds, this is Bowler, James Bowler. He's the permanent secretary of the government's finance arm. He said there's a number of issues around privacy, financial inclusion, and whether there's limits, monetary policy, and interest, and the consultation is out, and that you'll hear more about it tomorrow. There was a consultation opened in February and closed in June of last year. They received over 50K responses, and privacy was, of course, the main issue with it, because there is no privacy when it comes to a central bank digital currency. They will never let it happen. The latest news, again, privacy and control. And they're saying the digital pound legislation will provide protections for that, which we know is an actual lie. Says here that there was a consultation for the CBDC, and countries around the world, like we know the Bahamas and Nigeria actually put one out, they're taking a, quote, cautious approach when it comes to deciding on whether or not to introduce it. They said trust in all forms of money is an absolute necessity. We know the decision on whether or not to introduce a digital pound in the UK will be a major one for the future of money. It is essential that we build trust and have the support of the public and businesses who would be using it if it was produced or introduced. They said it will occur between 2025 and 2026 for a decision here. They're saying the parliament would have to put through legislation for it. They already indicated, the Bank of England, that there will be a cap of 10,000 to 20,000 British pounds on holdings. But it may review this in the future with many academics. Let me talk to you about some. The digital pound is a huge trap. Any central bank digital currency is a huge trap because it's not crypto. Even the presidential, the economic report of the president from 2023 even pointed that out, that CBDCs are not crypto.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fake Rose for Emma. We know she gets jelly, and well, she's gonna be super jelly soonish. Thanks for everything you do on and off stream, Emma. We appreciate you.
Wow, super chat for Emma. Go off. Go off. Thank you. Any central bank digital currency is a trap. This will take away everything. It will be completely programmable, and they are already telling you that you will have a 10,000 to 20,000 British pound cap. Let's look at this video that we know has been out for a very long time on the digital pound. This is from bankofengland.co.uk. So this is just so you see the website. Here you go. Here's the full thing. And they said they have a whole mission for their CBDC, man. It's absolutely incredible. They have consultation papers, responses to that, technology papers, and so many more here. We see here, we have the video. So let's play it.
The world we live in is becoming more digital. As a result, we aren't using cash as much as we used to. To keep up with the changing times, the Bank of England and HM Treasury are looking at the idea of a digital pound. This would be an electronic version of cash issued by the Bank of England and accessed through digital wallets provided by private companies. You'd be able to spend your digital pounds in the shops and online using your phone, as well as sending them to friends and family. And you would also still be able to pay with cash or money in your bank, even if we go ahead with the digital pound. People have told us that this could be useful, but we haven't made a final decision whether to launch one. A few countries already have their own version of a digital currency, and over 100 others are thinking about it. We think the digital pound might offer a new way to pay, help businesses, build trust in money, and better protect our financial system.
Now let's go back to right here. They're saying that they have to keep up with the changing times. They're going to have the idea of a digital pound, and that it will be accessed through digital wallets provided by private companies. So what they want is for these, they're basically saying that the trust, it even says right here, just like the money you use to get your trust in the digital pound is essential. They're saying the Bank of England nor the government would be able to control how you spend your money. Now, how does that align with what we just read, that they already want to put a 10,000 to 20,000 British pound cap on your money, on your holdings? So no, it's not going to be a choice whether we want to use the digital pound. It's not going to be how they won't have any control on how you use your money, because if these wallets are issued by private companies, you know they're not going to be self-custodial, and that the government could always subpoena these private companies to give them your information, and that you won't be able to spend your money.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
I forgot last name. That was 100 for Miss Foster.
Oh, shout out to Emma. This will be completely controlled. There is no privacy when it comes to a central bank digital currency. They already want to control what you're doing. We know that they care about the trust so much because we as a people understand that we cannot trust these bankers. We do not trust a word that they say because it's all about them and it's all about their pockets. And they think that if we don't have them, we will go into major mass chaos around the world. Look at the president of the ECB, Christine Lagarde, from March of 2023.
We central bankers, we have been operating as a monetary anchor in relation to the commercial banks and the private money. If we are not in that game, if we are not involved in experimenting, in innovating in terms of digital central bank money, we risk losing the role of anchor that we have played for many, many decades. And we have historical examples of period where the central bank monetary anchor was not there, and that precipitated crisis after crisis. That certainly was the case at the time of the free banking in the 19th century. Do we want to go back to those days? Probably not. I would say certainly not from our vantage point.
So we need Christine and the ECB and the central bankers as a whole, because again, she's a central bankers because it's all one group. She's a part of the Bank for International Settlements. All these bankers are on one team. It doesn't matter if maybe the countries don't politically align because it's all a joke anyway. It's not real. What's real is their money, their pockets, their private jets, and what they do with all this money and all this power that they have is that they seed and fund all of this corruption and all this political craziness that happens all around the world. They make it up. They fund the news. They fund everything that you listen to, and they force feed down your throat. We don't need the ECB. We do not need central banks. We have crypto, and we govern it ourselves. And it's already predetermined what happens with Bitcoin. That finite supply, the halving schedule, and everything in between. This is what we need. This is what we have. And there's no chaos that Bitcoin can cause. There's no uncertainty because everything is right there laid out for you. You don't have to trust because it's a trustless system. We don't trust the bankers. We're done trusting everybody else, and we have to trust ourselves. Be our own bank. Take self-custody and show these people that we're in control. Because once the people have the money, they have the power, and it takes away from them and their political craziness and their tyrannical plans that they have for this world. It's all one team. The banks, the central, it's all one team. Same generational families that are involved. It's never ending, and now they're scared that the cycle is about to break. The wheel is about to split. Kaplut. Seamus, what are you talking about, bro? Like, are you just here to cause trouble in TikTok? Like, if that's what you want to do, then that's fine. But like, do it somewhere else. Buddy, thank you. I appreciate it. John 2X, nice to see you. Michael, what's up? Thank you guys for joining the stream. Alice, thank you for the 5 roses. I appreciate that, Alice. All right. Yeah, that was just insane. Insane. So wrong. So wrong. All right. Let's get after it, guys. I don't know what's going on. I feel like, everyone's just napping today. We only have 83 likes. We need 17 more for 100. Pamp it up. You've got to pamp it up. Yeah. Pamp it up. Gotta pamp it up. All right. Let's get into some other more crypto-centric news. And I want to let you guys know about CZ Binance, man, because this guy is going through it. When he originally got clamped down on here in the U.S., he pleaded guilty to all of these charges that were brought against him, yet we have not seen any real receipts from these alleged things that CZ let happen at Binance. So we really don't know the full story, and I believe years down the road, we will hear the truth from CZ. He actually, he tried to leave the U.S. for a little bit of time before having to come back in February. The Dubai government said, hey, man, come back. You're all good. The U.S. would not let him leave, so he's been stuck here ever since they cracked down on Binance and CZ himself. He's now trying to pledge his entire Binance stake to leave the U.S. Former Binance CEO CZ tried to pledge his multi-billion-dollar stake in Binance US as a security to be permitted to travel back to the UAE temporarily. The January 24th court filing unveiled a previously sealed December 22nd letter to Judge Richard Jones from Zal's lawyer, showing that he offered up his equity to Binance US, which was worth $4.5 billion. He had hoped to travel to the UAE for up to 4 weeks earlier in January to see a family or a friend that was undergoing surgery and staying in the hospital, but the letter noted that the prosecutors did not consent to the request. Parts of the recently unsealed letter are redacted and reference the name of a person having surgery and the type of surgery, along with other sensitive personal information. They previously blocked out from leaving to the UAE because they said that he would likely flee if he returns there. They're just trying to hold my boy CZ back. That's what they're doing. Oh, we have more membershippery? Yay! Yay, membershippery. I love that. Claim those memberships. Give me a Gary in the chat because this is all Gary and Liz's fault. This is all Gary and Liz's fault. So, poor CZ, he's stuck in the U.S. He's trying to offer everything available for him to dip, but they will not let him go home, unfortunately. So, Poor CZ out here. Johnny Bullets. Nice to see you. Pew pew, Johnny Bullets. Let's talk about the ETFs. BlackRock's spot Ether ETF got this delayed by the SEC. We see here the delay pushes any decision to March 10th. So that's a little update on the ETH ETF. We do know that there's a possibility that they could go attack ETH because we already know that KuCoin already got fined millions of dollars, had to stop operating in New York because they said ETH was a security. When this isn't even true, I don't even know how they could carry out cases like that when there is no foundation under it. So ETH ETF delayed. Typical. Will get delayed until the last minute. Grayscale, on the other hand, they have moved more than 100,000 Bitcoin to exchange since their ETF launch. People are nervous about it. We see here that they moved nearly 113,000 Bitcoin from its wallet, and they said they showed BTC roughly holding 537,000 Bitcoin, down about 100K Bitcoin since January 11th. So here are all the receipts by Arkham Intelligence. They've seen this massive outflow for a number of reasons, but they're saying principally this was a cut of its management fee, just 50 basis points below, which is down 1.5% following the conversion of their ETF. So there's that. And also there's a race now to see who is going to publish their addresses. And Trezor, we see, Bitwise became the first ETF to disclose their Bitcoin address. They did tweet it. They wrote yesterday, announcement. Today, the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF BITB becomes the first Bitcoin ETF to publish the Bitcoin addresses of its holdings. Now, anyone can verify their holdings and flows directly on the blockchain. On-chain transparency is core to Bitcoin's ethos. We're proud to walk the walk with BITB. Bitwise stepping up. And yes, disclosures and transparency is important. So I'm hoping that Bitwise, since they could do that, so can the banks and all these other cool people, disclose you everything. Tell us what you got. I would like to see maybe the government do that. So shout out to Bitwise, ETF, all these people, they're going to be putting out all of their addresses soon. And it'll be pretty interesting to watch and see and just have proof of something for once. Isn't it nice? Isn't it nice? When do you think ETH ETF? Whenever Gary Gensler wants. That's pretty much it. Now we have Trezor under fire. And rightfully so, because we see here that there was a compromise not in the wallet. So your recovery phrases are not compromised. Your crypto is not compromised. However, Trezor has an unauthorized email impersonating Trezor from a third-party email provider that they use. So again, watch out for these emails. And if you got an email from anything, I'd never click any emails. I don't care if it's from an exchange, from a wallet. I don't care. You go to the app itself and you go check it out and see if there's a warning on there. You don't go click links. However, there were emails that were going out. Here's the whole thread. Let's put in book mode. Security alert! We've detected an unauthorized email impersonating Trezor from a third-party email provider we use. If you received a sus email with the subject line assets undergoing upgrade from the ID no reply at trezor.io, please do not click any links or provide any info within. We request you to delete that email immediately. Your trust is our priority. They're saying wallets and funds remain secure. Never give your phrases and stay vigilant. Apologies for anyone that was worried. We actively handle the situation. Here is the little picture here that they were talking about Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, ERC20, BEP20s, Tron, and TRC20s. And then they also managed to deactivate the malicious link within the email text and limited the reach of the threat. They said the unauthorized email impersonating Trezor was using their domain. If you have not disclosed your 12 to 24 recovery seed through the online form, your assets are secure. As far as we know, an unauthorized individual accessed our database containing an email address of our newsletter subscribers and sent the malicious email using our domain through the third-party email service. No other data was compromised. We immediately restricted access to all unauthorized actors and are now contacting all affected users. So at least they got on it, they stopped it, but it's something that should have never happened, and there needs to be a way around this because we saw this with Ledger. We saw a lot of things happen with the emails, and I hate this, man. I really hate this. So I'm just telling you guys what's up with that. So watch out for Trezor, watch out for their emails, and again, never open these stupid emails from anybody. Doesn't matter who it's from, and there's also warning you about this. There's also a lot of fake text messages that are going out as well. So I just keep an eye on every single thing that's going on here with the emails and all that. Man, we talk about Bitcoin price a lot. And it seems like Jim Cramer is obsessed with Bitcoin. He tweeted yesterday, Bitcoin so strong early this morning. Seems a tad heavy here. He tweeted by 2 p.m. yesterday, Eastern time. And I said, how much Bitcoin do you still own? Oh, there's Oval. Oh, hello, everybody. Hello. But yeah, how much Bitcoin do you still own, Jimmy Jim? He won't let us know because he said he bought Bitcoin at 12K, sold about half of it to pay off a mortgage, but didn't say what he did with the other amount. And how much does Jim Cramer really have, and has he kept buying? These are the questions that we have to have answered. Oh, travel, man. Whatever Cramer says, the opposite is true. Absolutely. Speaking of Bitcoin, speaking of the market, let's go into the market recap. Yay, market recap. Woo! All right. Let's look at the market recap. We got the bubbles out here. Bubbles are bubbling. We're seeing here that we got a few things that are taking off today, but the majority aren't doing great. If we're looking at Bitcoin this morning, we're trying to hold this 40K range between like basically 39.5 and 40K. And we really can't get above it. Yesterday we had a wick high to about where we were at 40.4. We're right now at $39,800, down 0.7%. Still, momentum not looking too snazzy. VWAP looked to curving over that zero line. I'm hoping it goes through. And we also got that RSI that's a weaning towards that oversold territory. Now, I'm saying let's book it, dude. Like, let's get that oversold. Let's see if we can relieve some pressure on the market. So it seems like our TA is TAing as well. We're at 39.6 above that right now. It was tapped yesterday, closed above. Tapped almost today, ever so slightly. Bullish, we're looking for that 41.4, eventually that 43.8. Bearish, breaking below this level and going to 37.5. Just saying, man. Just saying. Those are the levels. The levels are leveling. Levels. Do you guys know that song by Nick Jonas? Levels. Let's go to Ethereum. $2,195, down 1.7%. If you guys have coin requests, drop them in the chat. I'll do my best to get over there. $2,195, down 1.74%. Looking here, momentum still not looking shenaz. We're seeing, though, that the VWAP is spiking upwards, but we see that the money flow is just dwindling towards that zero line, and the RSI looking like she is making a run towards the 30 line, currently at 38. So if there's another big dip down, then we might see that oversold come in. Maybe we'll reach that. If we go oversold, the RSI keeps taking a dip, we keep getting like this bearish momentum kind of going on here, then let's go look for that 2120, dude. Let's hit 2120. I'm not scared. I know you're not freaking scared. I'm not scared. Hit 2120. Go for it, ETH. Relieve yourself a little bit. Take a nap. Relax. Hit that 2120. And then I would love to rebound up to 2340 because I'm telling you, that's a magic number. And when we went through 2120, we went right up to that 2340. Right up. And that's exactly what we look for. And that's exactly what happened. So I would look for that again. Hit that 2120, maybe bounce off. But if not, if it takes a major dip down, rejects 2120, then we're again going to look to establish support. And 2000, like 1997, was that magical number from last time. We really hit it on the head with that. So hopefully that, like, you know, we see things work out. But we ideally want to have 2340 because it's a magical number. I told you guys it's magical. We also have $65 Litecoins because Litecoin is the right corn and we love the corn. We're seeing here, we're down 1.69%. Ooh, oh my God.
Oh my God!
Red dot pulling that momentum down, but the VWAP looks like she wants to make a move. Green money flow isn't too strong either. Wrong type of curvature on the RSI, bringing us to these bearish levels, almost to the same levels we were looking at January 7th. So listen, test it again. Let's go. I'm not scared. I would like to hit that 62 and see if we could establish a nice support here at $62. Like upwards towards 63. So like 62.90-ish. Bounce off and go hit that 200-day SMA, $72, and then that's $74.50. Freaking do it, Litecoin. You can do it. You can do it, guys. Give some zest in the chat. Chief, is this whatchamacallit? Which chief is this? Is this I know you DM'd me. I know we've talked. Hold on. I want to make sure it's the right guy. I can't see it. I can't see your profile picture, so that's what's messing me up. Is this Big Chief? Let me know. Let me know. He's a cool guy, Chief. I like Chief. But he wants $45 Litecoin. Listen, bro, like, we had cheap freaking Litecoin. We had cheap Litecoin. That's why I have this emoji here, man, because the napping was happening. Everybody was sleeping at $58 Litecoin in September. Like, where were you? We had a wick low to 59 again at the beginning of January. Where were you? And then I know Chief is always there, so I'm messing around. But still, we even have this June 2022 low of $43. That could still come into play. You never know. But I highly want to stay above $62. That's really the goal here. But yeah, where's Chief? Where's Chief? Ooh, that scared me. Sad Frog LTC, biggest mix-ups in Litecoin. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, there it is. There's Chief. Yeah, I see. So he is the right one. I am thinking of the right guy. Missed out on some good buys there. Absolutely. Listen, if I was a whale, I would have.
Oh my God!
Would have done some damage. You would have seen some alerts. But yeah, dude, I would love to see a whole stack of Litecoins. We got Dogecoin too. Let's talk about Doge for all my Dogers. Johnny Bullets, you're awesome. In Grotto, where do I see Litecoin going? I just the levels I gave you, man. Like I'm looking at 65, looking at 62 previous support. So I'm hoping that maybe we find support there again. And I'm looking at the 200-day SMA. That's really what I'm looking at. Oh, thank you for the mic check, baby. It's a mic check. Oh, TikTok.
Sound check,
Baby, it's a sound check.
I'm gonna check this sweet mic. Why don't you check yourself?
We have Doge that's under 8 cents, and you guys know I don't like that. 0.07743, down 2%. We're seeing that the red dot printed, still bringing the momentum down. The VWAP looks like it wants to make a move, but the red money flow is here, and the RSI is kind of lagging, bro. And it is in the bearish zone, and looks like it's going to keep staying in this direction. Hopefully it turns around, but again, still 0.073 is where we're looking at the 200-day SMA, so I'm worried about that. And if we reject it, then I'm looking at that 6.5 cents, which was a major issue back in the day. Bullishly, I want to close at 8 cents or above, and ideally go to that 8.5, and then eventually my warm and fuzzy level, which is 9.5 cent Doge. So once we get 9.5 cent, we had that nice little roadway to 10. So what's up, Moon? Hello, Moon. Dave Digital, Wifey Wick. Tech is a mic check. Baby, it's a sound check. Dave P, Mark Dutchman Ninja, everyone in this chat. You guys are gorgeous people. No G, B team. Hello, everyone. Do you guys have any sound requests? Not sound requests. Even though you could give me a sound request, I'll take them. But give me the chart request. Andy Lisa multitasking, but you gotta drop that cookie. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Hi, Andrew Masad. Hello, MK Paper Planes. Sharam. Bell Miner, Sawtooth. Hello, everyone in the chat. You guys are gorgeous. Naren. All right. I saw a Salonzo in the chat, so I'll look at the Salonzo. Wait, what happened? Where's Dan? Oh, Dan is gonna lurk. Okay, Dan, you can lurk. Let's go to the Salonzo. If you guys have any coin requests, let me know. Thoughts on Link, Zach said. I could go to Link next. I could go to Link. So right now we have Solana that's $86.90 down 2%. And look at, just look. So we have a nice green dot that's finally printed on Solana, bro. Finally, we've been waiting for something to change here. And we were looking for some curvature. We didn't get the curvatures, but we did get that spike with that VWAP over the 0 line, which is nice. And now we have some nice green money flow. And also, it looks like the RSI is starting to maybe pick up a little bit of steam, taking a minor dip here. But maybe we'll go neutral. We are down, like I said, 2% today. So we do have some hope with that VWAP picking up because usually that gives us some nice price action. We see that our $78 was actually freaking respected. Like, look at this. We tapped it with the freaking wick. Defended. Wow. And it looks like we're trying to make our way back up to 94. Listen, can we establish a better support at 77 bucks, 78? Frick yes, do it. Not scared. We just need that volume to come in. There's really not a lot. So listen, bear scenario, establish that support at 77, 78 bucks. Don't be a weenie. And bullish, go look at that 94 again and establish a support because we might have some roadway now to 120 since we cleared up a lot of like the craziness that happened here. So the Solonzo's looking pretty Solonzo, if you ask me. Okay, hold on. MATIC, yeah. Oh, wait, Link and then MATIC. Link and then MATIC, okay. So Link is $13.64, down 4.17%. We're in a deep red day. And Solana is really one of the only things I've seen with the green dot printed this morning. But we're looking here, and $13.62, down 4.20%. Red dot bringing the momentum down. Not cool. Lowest momentum since January 14th, which again, it's not long ago. Not crazy. VWAP looks like it wants to make a move, but we don't have a great RSI, and that money flow seems to be deteriorating. We are in bearish, continuing in that bearish direction. Listen, keep going bearish. Go oversold. Let's go to 13 bucks, 37 cents. Have a nice support here, because when we had a nice support here, we kind of made our way up to $15.34, but it wasn't as confident as we liked. So establish that support at $13.37, and then I would like to bounce off of that and go to $15.30. If we go to the $13.40 or $13.37, and we dip on down and reject it, then I'm looking to reestablish support at $10.91 like we did here, because once we had a nice little thing going, we had some great price action that followed. So yeah, I'm looking for that once again. Let's go to MATIC. 72-cent MATIC. We were looking at that dollar psychological level. We were very excited about it, as you could tell by my scribbles, but we were not able to hold it because, again, the volume you could even see was just not coming in. We had a surge of volume. We tested right here, 95 cents. Volume dwindled down, picked it up again. We tested that we did test at $1.10. We wanted to ideally go to $1.09, but we did test that, we did go to $1.09. Yeah, it was $1.09, and we just couldn't hold it. And we see that the volume has slipped, and so did the price action. Now we are dwindling and looking at this 200-day SMA that is at 70 cents. We're at 72 right now. Closed above it yesterday, but we're in the red today, which makes me a little worried, especially because we have a red dot that's printed. Lowest momentum we've seen in a few months. Money flow's not doing great, but the VWAP looks like it wants to pick up. RSIs, however, are dwindling downward. So I'm not getting the best of the zest here. Now, it's giving sideways. It's giving unsure. It's giving uncertainty. And it's also giving not a lot of confidence with the buyers. The bulls need to defend this. Because if we reject a 200-day SMA, I'm looking at that 61 cents again, 62 cents. Why don't you like... Hold on, I don't even got to sing it.
Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video?
No G wants Tesla? Yeah, we'll do some stockery. We do stocks. We stock. So Tesla, man. Tesla's pretty interesting. Let me take a look for a moment. All right. Wow, Tesla taking a little bit of a beating. But do you guys know that Tesla is actually the most shorted stock in history? And that's because Elon's got all the haters out there because they don't like when somebody's not doing something the way they want to do it and they're more successful. And you know what? It actually paid off because now all these other companies want to use Tesla's charging stations because they know theirs sucks. Let's take a look at Tesla price. We're at $186.93, down a whopping 10%. Now, this was Bitcoin. Bitcoin's down 10%. Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Bitcoin's failing! But they don't say anything about this. $186. Look in here, and we have a fresh red dot that's printed right here and lowest momentum that we've seen since August. We also see here that the red money flow is in, VWAP is down, and look at that RSI taking that beating and severely oversold. We haven't seen this type of oversold action since December of 2022. And if you look at December of 2022, we were in the freaking depths of it was just brutal over here. This was $108. So we're basically at the same levels that we were at this time, which could mean that this is a little bit of relief because once the RSI started to kick in, we got out of that oversold region. We pumped to 213. Seeing here, we're looking to maybe, if we do test this level, let's test 177, see if we could hold support. Or otherwise, I would like to go see $212 if you could pump it up, if the buyers start defending. Because again, it looks like the volume is rather consistent, and there hasn't been much difference, except when we were breaking out of that oversold region here. So listen, if you're a bull on Tesla, you could say that maybe this is a good chance to buy the dip from its all-time high of $408. But like, I'm not like a stock gal, so I can't really tell you other than the levels that I'm looking at. Like, you know, and I don't tell you anything with crypto either, but it's the same stuff. But that's your Tessie. That's your Tesla. What's up, Tyler? Oh, you had the stream paused? I am dead. Well, welcome to the current stream. Have I missed the stream? No, you're good, dude. You're freaking good. You guys are so funny. Paper planes. What are you guys talking about? You guys are talking about Texas now? Oh, what's up, Swash? Swashbuckling Scallywag. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy in the chat. Listen, I don't know where to go. You guys are talking about Panama City and all these things. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm not sure where to go. We want to move, but where? What's up, Jose? What's up, Ken? I learned to chart from watching. Oh my gosh, Ken, you're amazing, Ken. Raina loved you. Beautiful. I think I got a lot of these chart requests going. Beautiful. Listen, guys, this is a great time to be alive. We're talking about my new home. Oh, woman. You're calling me woman. Okay, sir. The attitudes today. I drink El Salvadorian Bitcoin coffee. Don't test my patience. I'm just kidding. I'm always spicy with Mr. Yi, though. Nevada is nice and hot. I know. I also got chilled to Arizona to go to Arizona. So I'm getting chilled every place in the book. I just don't know where to go. And we'll figure it out. It's okay. It's a great time to be alive. It's a great time to be in crypto. It's a great time to start learning about how to be your own bank and being independent. So I highly suggest you guys continue to do that. You live on that and you preach. You preach the freedoms and you let people know what's really going on here. We also have 119 likes. Can we get 125? Can we get that 6 more, please? In San Diego, they show a Tesla car going through a flooded area and all the other cars broke down. Oh, yeah, I saw. That thing was zooming through the water. I absolutely loved it. I was like, wow, literally Elon taking all the freaking W's. Guys, 5 more likes. Pamp this. Like, what's happening?
Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Hashtag GTFONYC is definitely a mission. And listen, as long as we keep supporting the channel, as long as we keep going in this beautiful direction, then yeah, we'll be out in New York soon. Let's go, Johnny Bullets. Pew 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 pew. I think plan for Florida for spring. I would love to, man. Meninja, yeah. Listen, I don't know. Gym today. I'm not sure about gym today. I was there yesterday, and my arms like really hurt. And like the next day is also like the next thing is also an arm day. So I don't know if I could go 2 days in a row and really push it because I might hurt myself. I was literally like, yesterday, and I I'm sore. I am sore. Ty Malone, nice to see you. Cameron, am I going to ETH Denver? No, I am not. No plans for ETH Denver. I know Doug's trying to get me out to Colorado, as he says. It's not Colorado. It's Colorado for Douglas. But I just don't have any plans for that. And I'm just like a little scarce, man. I'm a little scarce with my appearance and like where I go and stuff because I've just been everywhere. I've done a lot of stuff already. And I'm just waiting for conferences that are different, that are educational, that are actually doing something. So yeah, I'm waiting for a zesty time to announce like my next appearance and such. But I want to do a thing in New York soon, hopefully. Rose and Ruins, you might be going, you have a ticket. Good for you. Go to all these things that you want to go to. For me, I'm waiting for zest. I'm waiting for love and that positivity. I'm waiting, who's going to give me love? Spring break, yes. I'm scared of spring break in Florida, especially Miami. It was too crazy when I went. I don't know about Dimecoin. No, I do not know about that, Sean. I'm sorry. Northern Colorado, Geronimo, I'm scarcer than BTC. Yeah, there's only one of me and 21 million BTC, but they're all like, you could say like they're non-fungible, each of them in a way. It depends how you organize your stuff. But yeah, I'm waiting for a good conference. I'm waiting for the zest. And yeah, so if I have anything, you guys know, I will alert you. There's a lot of the times where I am like, I last year and a few years ago, I've had like a lot of issues with like conferences that would say, hey, do you want to come? And then never follow up with me, right? And then they would put me on their website and falsely advertise me. I think last year I had 4 conferences at the same time that were falsely advertising me and I couldn't do anything about it. And then these people showed up to the conference and they were like, where's Randy? And then I would get all these messages like, where are you? And I was like, I never even said I was coming. So it's just insane. So yeah, if I'm going somewhere, where you'll hear it is from me, nobody else. So that's that. Oh, hi, Barrow Hill from Twitch. It's been a minute, dude. How are you? SXSW. I heard that's a good one. But yeah, so that's what I'm really waiting for. That's my point of view. Shout out to Wick. Shout out to Wifey.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yes, unless it comes from me, do not be fooled. If it's just happened so many times. People false advertise me everywhere, and then people show up, they pay for a ticket, they pay for travel, they pay for airfare, and then I'm not there, and it's wrong, and I don't think it's cool. But yeah, it is the way it is. But yeah, we'll figure it out. We don't want winter anymore, so we want to figure out the next conference, and when we're moving, it will happen. But everything happens when it's supposed to, right, SB? Shout out to you. He said hucksters.
Hucksters.
Fraudsters.
Fraudsters.
Scam artists.
Ponzi schemes.
Thank you guys for coming today. I appreciate it. I'm going to head out of here. I have some things to take care of, and I will be continuing to upload my shorts and things like that on all the platforms. So if you see a video by me, a short or anything like that, make sure you guys hit the like and comment, and make sure you guys contribute to the video so that way the algorithm pushes us out there and we share with friends and more people find out about everything that's going on right now. Have an amazing day. Much love to every single one of you guys, especially all you guys telling me where to live. Like, I appreciate that. Like, thank you for all the suggestions. And comment after this is over. So that way I could see more comments and where you guys think we should go. Smash the like, subscribe, share this stream out with friends. Check out our sponsors. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every freaking one of you guys. You guys are amazing. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Friday epic stream, 9:45 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Have an amazing, fantastic day. And as always, stay zesty.
Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Peace.